Hello, everybody, and welcome back to She Makes It Work. I'm Gabby, and today we're going to talk about insecurity. And as we talk about insecurity, I'm also going to highlight a common misconception about insecurity that is actually preventing you from getting past it. So, first, let's start off by saying most of us have insecurities, and a lot of times they're about specific things. But when it comes to work and how insecurity affects you at work, insecurity can really influence how you're showing up at work in ways that hold you back. We've talked before about defensiveness. We've talked about not being open to feedback. And unfortunately, if you're not open to feedback, you can't grow. But it's really hard to hear feedback when you're coming from a place of insecurity. Insecurity also drives other dysfunctional behavior, which is not being able to apologize or not being able to admit mistakes and not being able to hear well-intentioned advice. So insecurity can be really detrimental to your career and to your, personal growth on whatever journey you're on. And insecurity can also hold you back from going after things that you really want in your life because you don't feel like you can accomplish them. So let's talk about a common misconception about insecurity, because I hear a lot of people, trying to fix insecurity with confidence or like trying to fake confidence. And I love fake it till you make it when it comes to confidence because it's really helpful. Like, you do need to show up with confidence, but that's not all there is to it. And that doesn't actually fix the fundamental insecurity, because it's not like a dial. It's not like insecurities on this side and you flip the dial and then suddenly you're confident. It's actually a much different process from that. And for that, we're going to have to get a little nerdy about the word insecurity itself, because insecurity, people think it's like a thing. Like, I feel insecure and I have to fix that feeling, and they try to address it as insecurity, but they don't really think about the component parts of insecurity, because that's actually where the key is. And this is going to sound super basic, but I promise you, people don't actually think of it this way. So insecurity isn't its own thing. It is a lack of a feeling of security. And if you think about that, it is a lack of a feeling of security. And security is foundational to everything else. Security is what lets you take risks. Now, let's take a step back and look at psychology. Many of you have heard of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And basically, you've got this pyramid where as your basic needs are met, you can move into higher levels of needs. And then once all of your human needs are met, and that is your physical security and your emotional security, that's where you move into what they call self-actualization, which is a little abstract, and a lot of people have a hard time keying into what does self-actualization look like? Or it sounds so nebulous that you think you can't get there. So let's not focus on the self-actualization part. Let's just really think about that pyramid where you've got your physical needs for safety, and then you've got your emotional needs. And if you think about that, and you think about the fact that we've been really focused as a culture for the last 10 years on the concept of psychological safety, I'm going to say psychological safety is the same thing as security, but it's something that you carry with you. It's not something that you need external factors for, if that makes any sense. Nobody needs to create a place of psychological safety for you if you have this foundation of security built within you. And so, bear with me. So what I'm going to say is that the fix for insecurity is to actually build up your foundation of security within yourself. And once you've done that, that is actually what confidence is based off of. Because true confidence, this is one of my favorite quotes, and I've thought about this over and over again for years as I've built up my own confidence, is true confidence isn't they will like me. True confidence is I'll be okay if they don't. And I'll be okay if they don't, again, requires a feeling of security. So if you think about it, you've got insecurity over here, and to fix it, you need to dive down and build up your base of security. And then once you have your base of security, that's where you can then progress into confidence based off of that. But how do you do that? That's obviously the hard part, right? I can describe it, but actually building that foundation is the hard work. And that's where I'm going to say definitely study Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And for the most part, you're going to recognize your needs are met. And it's just a matter of really changing your perspective on what you have already, because you are enough in and of yourself, and you have enough. and you have pretty much every single thing that you need. So look at Maslow's hierarchy and realize I have food security. I have housing security. I have people who love me. I have accomplishments to get this far as I've gotten. And then you're going to have to pretty much every day to shore up this foundation, you're going to have to recognize I am enough. I have everything I need. I have enough. And you have to really do that mindset shift to get into that place of recognition of I am enough. And one other way that you can do that is to anchor into gratitude. And I know everybody's talked about how important gratitude journals are and how much that can do for your mental and emotional health. I'm going to say that focusing on gratitude is a way of recognizing what you do have and making sure that that's first and foremost in your mind. And so if you have gratitude for everything that you have in your life and all the good things that have happened to you, and if that's really what you're keyed into and focused on, then building the foundation on that becomes so much easier. And I know this can sound really abstract, but I really, again, want you to anchor into it by studying that pyramid, that hierarchy of needs, and then by turning that into action, into doing active affirmations to remind yourself that you are enough and that you have enough and that you have what you need. And you always have. You've always had what you've needed to get what you need done or to get where you are today. That's why you're where you are today. And then I also want you to really focus on practicing gratitude and appreciating what you have, because again, that's a way of recognizing that you have it. And spend some time with that. Do this in your journal, do this in your meditation. But again, I'm really expecting that our She Makes It Work audience is just as focused on personal and professional development as I am. That's why you're watching us, right? So take that time to invest in yourself to shore up your foundation, because it's going to be amazing to you when you do this, how much your confidence flows organically from that place of security. You don't have to actively work on your confidence when you're constantly coming from a place of security. And then when you start to get a little nervous, you're in a new situation, you've got a new challenge, or you want to reach for something huge, then you can anchor back into that place of security, of remembering that you are enough and that you've had enough and that you've been able to make it work every single time you've needed to. It's such a comforting thought. And again, from that comes that confidence of, it doesn't matter if somebody doesn't like me. It doesn't matter if this individual thing doesn't work perfectly, because I'm going to be okay if it doesn't. So anyway, I hope that helps. This has legitimately helped me so much, and to get past insecurities that I've carried with me from a genuine lack of security, and recognizing that I can build my foundation of security and that I can then stand on that foundation to build the life that I want. That has worked for me. So anyway, thank you so much. Please comment, let us know where you are on this journey. And if you need any more help with it, I'm happy to talk or make more videos or do whatever, but please just comment, join, or start a dialogue and let us know. And then if this is helpful, or if you enjoyed the content, please do like and subscribe and follow. It helps so much. We really want to reach our audience, and the more you guys can help do that by liking and subscribing and commenting, the more our reach is extended so we can find the people who need us. So again, thank you so much. This is Gabby from She Makes It Work, and I really hope you have an amazing day. Thanks. Bye.